Moving on to the next story.
Which is about John Cena.
No, it's not. The next story is about...
For those of you who don't know, Ben hates John Cena, so if you ever want to troll Ben, there you go.
Cena!
Yeah, I mean, if you want to do that and admit that you like John Cena, that's
send Ben
fine.
pictures of John Cena naked and be like, here's your lover, Ben. It's John. He's here with flowers.
Fuck, man.
He's here with flowers.
He's here with flowers and a smile.
He's sorry that you don't like him. He wants to make it up to you.
Well, I'm not a Make-A-Wish kid.
It's Ben's
so.
Make-A-Wish is to meet John Cena, even though he's not terminally
I think
ill.
Ben's Make-A-Wish would be to kill John Cena.
Yeah, it would be. That's
You ruined wrestling! Die!
That would be like, I'd be like, shit, I got a terminal disease? Fuck yeah, I get to kill John Cena. But, yeah, we're going to move on. There is a famous composer in Japan who is deaf, and he had a lot of credibility for a lot of years until just recently it comes out that he is actually a total fraud and didn't write any of the music that made him famous. And here's a story about that.
Across Japan, music shops like this one are yanking copies of every CD released by Mamoru Samuragochi. The deaf composer who's been dubbed Japan's Beethoven is now admitting that he is a fraud and that for nearly 18 years he's been paying someone else to write the music that made him famous. Now, Samuragochi shot to fame after releasing this record.
I mean, I don't understand pulling the music from the stores. Like, if you like the music, you just could get some stickers and relabel it, like, you know, where the artist
receiving
name is.
Royalties though.
You just
I
put
think that's
a little
what it
sticker
is.
over it, like, this guy is a scam
Okay,
artist.
but you know Japan has a very honorific culture too. So I mean, the guy is pretty much a dishonorable piece of shit now. So I mean, it's not like American culture. We're just like, oh, who cares?
Yeah, in America, like, no one really gives a shit if, like, an artist is like, oh, well, you know, I mean, we're pretty much like.
Well, it's almost understood. A lot of these
not,
pop artists.
That's not totally true, but back in the '80s with Milli Vanilli, they did that. Record stores were giving refunds for Milli Vanilli albums and all that
Yeah, but like
stuff.
now when a singer gets caught lip syncing, people are just like, well, they're still a good performer anyway, because, you know.
Well, look at most music that comes out today, like this Lady Gaga type shit. Do you think she's intimately involved in all of that at this point? No.
No, but I do think she's really singing.
Yeah.
I mean, she may be really singing.
Well,
but,
Lady Gaga is
mean,
probably a bad example because she actually does write a lot of her own music, but pretty much all the rest, like Katy Perry and fucking.
She did though, but I mean,
Chris
can we say in the future?
Brown.
Can we say now she does the same? I mean, a lot of
I don't
people
know.
probably don't.
I have no.
Once they get
clue.
famous, they're just like they don't give a shit. You know what I mean?
I'm famous now, so
Yeah.
Let's listen to some more about the backlash from this guy's revelation.
Hiroshima Symphony No. 1, a classical music piece that was dedicated to those that were killed in the 1945 atomic blast that his parents actually survived. It sold more than 100,000 copies in Japan. In a statement released by his lawyers who are apologizing on his behalf, they say that Samuragochi is, quote, deeply sorry and that he has, quote, no excuse for betraying his fans and disappointing others. And that is an understatement.
I'm calling for Sabuku.
Sabuku.
Sabuku! Oh, you disown the family!
Yep.
You bring a dishonor.
Yeah.
The news is sending shockwaves across the country and is as big of a deal here as the scandal involving the 80s German pop band Milli Vanilli in the United States.
Milli
Some people
Vanilli.
might remember that back in 1990, they won a Grammy for their hit single, Girl, You Know It's True.
You know, I didn't even watch this story before I mentioned Milli Vanilli.
But it's such an
honestly.
easy example of, you know, another time that something like this is
Weren't they
happening.
caught at like an award show or something? They were trying to sing and then it got stuck in a
It got,
loop.
yeah.
Yeah, they fucking, the CD was fucked and it started skipping and shit.
The one guy, the lighter skinned guy out of the two Milli Vanilli guys, he actually ended up killing himself because of the backlash
Oh, wow.
that they faced because of it. So, I mean, the thing about them is that they weren't just lip syncing to a track of themselves. There was one guy that sang for both of them.
Wow.
So, but they didn't compose some heartfelt piece of music to
Yeah,
the...
this was not like to the victims of Hiroshima.
Yeah.
You know? That was just like a shitty pop song. This is like...
Well, I mean, this guy came forward with it too, so you know he must have just felt like so guilty. It's like, I'm a fucking fraud.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, at least you could say that about him. He didn't get caught. He actually came forward and was like, you know what, I'm a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, exactly. So you can at least give him that much, I guess.
Now, that Grammy was taken away after it was revealed that the duo were not the singers of that song. Even Japanese Olympic figure skater Daisuke Takahashi has been caught up in the scandal. Takahashi, who's due to compete in the upcoming games in Sochi, is planning to skate to a piece called Sonatina for Violin, one also not written by Samuragochi. Vladimir Dutier, CNN, Tokyo.
CNN Tokyo.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's not too much more to say about it. The question is how much do we condemn this guy, honestly? I mean, well, you have to think about how much money he's accrued over the years from being...
I would say that's up to the people of Japan to decide, the people who actually bought the music and listened to it, and it meant something too. Because, I mean, I've never heard of him until now.
I'm sure the backlash will be pretty severe. I'm sure, like, his career is over. It's for all intents and purposes.
He should write some songs. He should just put out an album called like the Plagiarism Blues or something. All songs not written by me.
He should write George Zimmerman's entrance music for the boxing match against DMX.
That'd be awesome.